Hello and welcome to the Forge Survivor Cast. I'm your host Swkoll, and today we're looking at a game sent to me by TA4Life. Great thanks to him. It's been a while, I've been sick, and things have been happening. And YouTube has denied the 2v2 tournament I've casted. It was the tournament that Voodoo hosted, and YouTube decided it does not want to upload, so I'm going to comply after 5 tries and countless hours of uploading. Interesting things going on is we're getting close to the next balance change cycle, which should be very interesting. It's coming like early March, I believe. So that will be interesting. In this game we got TA4Life going his not newly acquired, but newish Aeon. Endup going UEF. This is a ladder match, I believe. He's going with a 5P gen second land. Well, TA4Life up here going for that second air. Actually, no, he goes for the third air. Yeah, third air after a bunch of P-gens. They'll end up going to be putting on that early aggression, going for those 2 mech marines. This map is Dry Canyon V3. It is a ladder map. You got your expansion right here. Important rocks that you need to gain to boost your early eco. Looks like a scout will spot this mech marine trying to kite it. It will escape, though it can't really do much, putting on 1 DPS. More scouts from TA4Life, but they'll miss this mech marine. Should have an opportunity to come around and kill those scouts. Kill the Angie. I can't speak. TA4Life dispatching an Aurora to deal with this mech marine. Be doing quite a bit of catch up. Meanwhile, Endup deciding he does not need air. He has a stationary flak planned with this NG after it gets a radar. This would have been a lot worse if TA4Life had gone with a second air build, but the third air build, giving him a bit more land early on. NG does survive with 51 HP. No, 78. I completely made up that number. Mech Marine continues to cause trouble, will get cleaned up. TA4Life establishing his line now. He's got scouts in position to see what's happening. See, he's got scouts here, here, and here. This gives him complete coverage of anywhere raiding groups can come through. He's missing this bit here, but he's getting that good radar coverage. End up coming forward with the ACU. Will be grabbing that Hydro when this NG gets up there. The station in fact is completed. Move forward. Any bombers for TA4Life. TA4Life going first bomber. Just bombers and scouts for now. TA4Life rallying a small force on the right side of the map. Looks like he will be looking to push through here. 2 scouts leading to see what's going on. Ward the scouts. And the Snoop does manage to get a kill, which is always surprising. Takes 10 seconds to kill a spirit. And takes 29 for a spirit to kill Snoop. Bombers out from TA4Life. Still no air from Endup. Definitely neglecting that front. They'll end up pushing pretty hard into TA4Life. TA4Life kiting rather poorly. This is very difficult to kite against. This is a mountain. TA4Life with 2 NGs on that land spam and 2 on that power spam. Endup going with no power spam, but 2 on land. So slight power problems. He's recovering. He's got that Hydro now, so power should be restored. TA4Life still, well, he's not gotten that Hydro yet. And it looks like ACUs will meet in the middle and be forced apart. Bomber comes off, gets a nice kill on that radar and engineer. Now TA4Life massing quite a significant force over on this left-hand side of the map, and has to get in position to prevent himself from getting run over. He'll need to bring his ACU back to deal with this, and hope TA4Life makes a micro mistake, which it looks like he will. Getting Zora's way too close, using that, although nice move, Endup uses the hill to protect his units. Auroras get way too close, and the strikers will get some free kills, or some relatively easy kills. TA4Life has been forced back. Meanwhile, end up pushing on the right side. He's trying to get a little run by going. Take advantage of these hills, making it difficult for the Auroras to hit his tanks. NG trying to build a point defense will be denied. I need more power for the Hydra going down. Endup must be stalling. He was stalling. Stationary flak now. Lost the stationary flak for Endup, completely denying any sort of bomber advantage. He actually got bombed in his base. Needs a bit more power. And now a nice run by from Endup, very cost effective. Takes out a mass ejector and a radar. And we'll go to work at that hydrocarbon power plant. Though it looks like TA4Life has a significant amount of power, so this should not be a significant loss. No, he's floating huge amounts of power. Too much power for TA4Life. Might want to go Tech 2 Air with that. He's not gone with that yet. Another push from Endup, trying to take advantage of these Auroras on this hill, running right over the hill. A bit of a micro mistake from TA4Life, getting his Auroras in a column versus a uphill column of strikers. Nowhere. That's not nice for the Aurora. But loads of bombers from TA4Life should be able to clean this up, even if the Auroras cannot. Nice kiting over this area from TA4Life, definitely improving the micro. Well, Tech 2 land from Endup is getting out Mongoose, and he's got a Tech 2 NG going to build Tech 2 point events up here. Mongoose, excellent counter to the Aurora. Excellent kiting. They have the two weapons. They have this Gatling gun and they have a grenade launcher, which makes them very deadly. They get the consistent fire as well as a high damage splash attack. Tech 2 point defense going up here. This should get him a nice coverage of any massive force trying to push through. Doesn't completely cut off the choke points, but does a good job. So TA4Life definitely getting huge advantages with these reclaim fields that Endup continually feeds him. Oh, double bombs coming off. The bomb will kill off strikers. Needs to get some mobile AA and some Tech 2 AA. Significant lack of Tech 2 flak. Stationary flaks will take out these bombers when they come too close. The Mongoose trying to probe forward. The factory move order is a bit too far, and that'll get cleaned up quite nicely. Actually, nice move for some arty, denying this Hydra can... even right now, 11 minutes in the game, we're seeing Tech 2 Air from TA4Life. He's got quite a bit of build capacity on that. He'd be power stalling if he wasn't mass stalling. He's actually stopping his land production to get these Swiftlings out. Not exactly sure why he's building Swiftlings. Perhaps he expects to counter no air production. So 3 NGs on the power spam for Endup, definitely a bit behind in that power production. Actually, way behind versus this whole line of power. Tech 2 point defense will be getting some kills. Stationary flaks, keeping things together. Looks like Endup will try to scout, but they will be denied by the Swiftwind. Now, realizing he has these, he's gone Tech 2 Airs, Endup will need to get loads and loads of Tech 2 flaks, and position them everywhere. He needs maybe 1 or 2 here, 1 here, 1 here. Now Tech 2 point defense trying to close off this gap, a bit of a creep going. Looks like they're getting his second Tech 2 point defense. And a small group of units will get by. Nice kiting from Endup, getting some free kills on those Auroras if they get too close. No gunships will clean this up. There's no Tech 2 flak in that force. Still surprising lack of Tech 2 flak. He also needs some in the back. He needs to turn his entire base into a no-fly zone. He's got a single flak in this force. Excuse me. Still a bit sick. Oh no, the Mongoose are getting way too close. Trying to use the hill to the advantage, but they're way too far ahead. And they will get cleaned up from the Auroras quite nicely. The Tech 2 flak is actually still alive. TA4Life trying to clean up with the ACU, but looks like the Tech 2 flak will be destroyed. For a while, and complete run by denying these 4 mass extractors will get cleaned up by the gunships. Mongoose is definitely securing that area. Looks like Endup will try to steal some of this reclaim. Looking at the reclaim numbers, we got TA4Life sitting at 5k versus Endup sitting at 4k. So 1,000 more reclaim for TA4Life. Though TA4Life is a bit behind the map control, at least temporarily, due to these mass extractors. More raids coming out with these gunships. Looks like they'll be looking to see where there isn't Tech 2 flak. Endup rapidly building Tech 1 anti-airs isn't the best thing you can do, but it's something you can do if you have no other options. A few interceptors from Endup trying to do some damage to these gunships will be shot down by Swifwinds. And Mongoose staying at range, keeping that range distance from the Aurora. We'll be dropping a lot more reclaim in this area. Although a lot of it has been reclaimed. I end up getting more and more stationary AAs. Looks like TA4Life will now target the stationary AAs. Taking those out. So it needs to do more Tech 2 flaks than they produced. Endup. Tech 2 flaks. Right now. Continually trying to get those interceptors. Cannot win against superior numbers and Swifwinds. Swifwinds are very deadly in this regard. Endup continually pushing this force of Aurora back. Pushing forward, waiting for that reload. Then pushing forward again. Now he'll be in a position to deny some energy. TA4Life bringing this ACU into the mix. We'll probably see some nice overcharges going off. Actually, Mongoose deciding to run right into TA4Life's ACU. Nice overcharges, gets two of the Mongoose. TA4Life will be getting some nice veterancy in this fight. Getting off the overcharge. Endup just feeding mass at this point, trying to get his units deep in as possible. And they'll be cleaned up. Endup finding himself without an army and with gunships in the back. He's got to be making more skyboxers. Let's get one here. A few here. But a lot more teching for TA4Life, using that mass to tech his mass ejectors. Got a single Tech 2 mass ejector versus no Tech 2 mass ejectors. Actually, he's got one here, but he should be working on his second and third. Yep, there we go. 3 mass ejectors versus Endup still working on his second. Also Endup with next to no army. He's just using his ACU trying to get some Tech 1 AAs. Though those are nowhere near as effective as the mobile AAs. TA4Life taking the map control advantage. He's got Tech 2 power up now, going for his second Tech 2 power. Might be looking for Tech 3 transition or just harder Tech 2 air spam. He's actually going quite heavy into it as well. A mobile stationary attack missile launchers trying to take out this Tech 2 power. They will be able to take out these Tech 2 mass ejectors in the back though. Which will be minor losses for TA4Life. So he is pushing directly through the middle. Emergency point defense trying to be spammed up. Don't know if that will be completed. Looks like it will. But the Auroras should be able to take care of that quite easily. Meanwhile, TA4Life pushing again. Has an opportunity to take out this power in the back. He's got 2 power rings. This is an interesting template. 16 P-gens. With a single energy storage in the middle. Looks like TA4Life trying to target down that energy storage. They'll get 3 kills. Looks like the splash of it is just so that it does not damage the P-gens when it's destroyed. Endup taking on some Auroras. Will be able to clean them up, going down to below half health. So he does have some veterancy, and now quite a significant reclaim field for Endup. Let's see if he has the power to use it. It appears he does. More TMD, more gunships. TA4Life building this Tech 2 master tractor right back to Tech 2. He cannot afford that. Not at all. You should always build them up to Tech 1 first, so you can get that additional +2 mass while it's being upgraded. More missile launchers now for TA4Life. He's getting that Tech 2 land coming out. Take 2 flags for no apparent reason. And that looks like he'll be going entirely into mobile missile launchers. And take 2 flags to take out this position here. 5 attack missiles are loaded. Endup trying to raid again. We'll run into a bit of a force. But no flags are positioned in the back of his base. He has a flag here to protect these mass ejectors, though these mass ejectors are still quite vulnerable. Trying to retreat over Tech 2 flags will not happen, although providing vital scouting intel of how we can push against it. Now missile launchers is looking to take out the position. No TMD. So maybe a counterattack from Endup pushing through the top. Air's definitely been winning this for TA4Life so far. Actually, a substantial amount of bombers being amassed by Endup. See how many he goes for. Might be looking to snipe this power. Do a one-off snipe, get the power down in the most mass-effective way possible. Now, missile launchers have taken out the stationary defenses. Really interesting how the mobile missile launchers fire once you move them, sort of like the Aurora. Now, a lot of gun tips have been amassed so far by TA4Life. There are 2 Tech 2 flags. This should be enough. Actually, TA4Life allowing Endup to scout him. Not exactly sure why. Mongoose getting themselves a bit too close to the Auroras, and especially too close to the Obsidians, which are now coming out from TA4Life. These will absolutely massacre the Mongoose. Unless the Mongoose can take the higher ground and shoot down at the Aurora. They do manage to deny a point defense from going up. And Tech 1 bombers snipes take out the Tech 2 power. Looking to go after that second Tech 2 power. Will they get it? 600 health, 2 bombing runs. This should be enough, and it will go down. TA4Life. He's mass stalling so hard that that won't even affect him whatsoever. As he starts reclaiming, he'll power stall a bit, though. Now it looks like this will be cleaned up after the Tech 2 mass ejector is lost. I don't know if the Tech 2 mass ejector... Actually, Tech 2 mass ejector survives. Tech 2 flak running around getting kills on his Air Force 12 kill flak. MVP flak. Now, there's a significant amount of flak in this force, absolutely massacring TA4Life's Air Force as he flies over it. It looks like for another assault through the side. Flak getting reclaimed by engineers. That's the first time I've seen an NG kill a Tech 2 unit. Probably won't be the last. Now, Endup needs to start a transition here. He needs to do something about the air, or he needs to do something about the Obsidian. The Obsidian will counter the Mongoose, so he'll either need to transition to pillars, or he'll need to transition to Tech 2 air of his own. Interesting choice. Maybe looking to go Tech 3. It's always an option. Getting the 3 to 4 Tech 2 powers he needs. Actually, stationary attack missile launchers has still survived. We'll be continually taking out valuable targets of TA4Life before it gets destroyed. And just that, it gets destroyed. Now these engines either need to get themselves a shield, or they need to get themselves how do you put it? Some TMD. They aren't going to last long like this. And now TA4Life looking to push deep into Endup's base. Endup does have his ACU unupgraded, while TA4Life pushes down with these Obsidians. Against the force, this force will retreat. Maybe hoping to get some more Mongoose out. Looks like Tech 2 bombers are the option. Maybe looking to snipe TA4Life. TA4Life is wandering quite far from his base. He's got only a few Tech 2 flaks. He's got 2 of them. And it's possible to go around them by going around the side. Imagine these bombers take off, go around the edge of the map and hit TA4Life's ACU, but he will retreat to some shields, making him incredibly hard to snipe. But now it looks like the snipe attempt will occur. He's moving out his bombers. How long will it take the swift ones to respond? He's continuing to move them forward. A single Tech 2 flak will not deny them. Looks like it takes out 1. TA4Life running his ACU there. Bombers do not see him, and now Swift ones have been dispatched to deal with these. They're all very low health. It looks like they'll just snipe this mass extractor. Not being very cost effective. That was a very expensive tech to mass extractor kill. Now TA4Life with the huge force does end up have an answer. He has the gun, or he's getting the gun. Now a huge tech 2 pillar spam. He does not have the mass to afford this. Not even close. Now more missile launchers actually shooting their missiles into this area. It looks like Endup will try to defeat this force single-handedly with his ACU. TA4Life does not want to waste that force. We'll be retreating. Now if we can look at the reclaim numbers, TA4Life sitting on 27,000. Endup sitting on 8,000. So nearly 3 times the reclaim for TA4Life. This has been the definite advantage he's had the whole game. He's been able to tech, he's been able to get power, and he's been able to build armies. See, TA4Life's engineers just following the army. As the army advances and loses troops, the engineers are there to reclaim the mass. So the losses for Endup for TA4Life are next to 0. Because he can just get all the mass back. Pillars and flaks going to work. They'll have to retreat against superior numbers. Quite a few engineers working on some Tech 1 mexes. Those will not last long. Looks like the force will try to run around the side, bringing the gunships in to support. Tech 2 bombers doing some damage, but nothing significant. Actually, mobile shields out for Endup. A bit late for these things, but they are very powerful when you combine them with the Mongoose. Or with Tech 2 Flak. He's actually got one back here, denying this is force advancement. Now all these Tech 2 mass extractor will be lost for Endup. This vital eco he needed will be denied. He needs to brings all his forces back. TA4Life grabbing the Hydro on Endup's side of the ridge. This Tech 2 power is in danger. He'll need to protect that at all costs. And Missile just doesn't care. Tech 2 bomber's still trying to stay in it. Endup calls the GG, realizing his force is about to be crushed by vastly superior numbers. His shields go down. His Tech 2 power is about to be destroyed. Mobile shields are trying to keep things together, and the AC goes down to gunships and land forces. So I hope you enjoyed this cast. And good night.